I know your story. You born really, really poor. But what was in your mind when you decide to fight to become a successful person?
Bill Gates say born poor is not your mistake, die poor is your problem.
I know you're a dreamer. And even I know the next dream, when we finish, you will create another dream.
In the next generation, maybe our kids, they can enjoy this support system non-stop. At the end of the day, touching a lot of people's life.
Yeah, good morning, Pak Ongki. And it's my pleasure to see you this morning.
Good morning, Dr. Rao.
I remember very well my first time to meet you was 24 January 2010, and my first meeting one-on-one with you was 27 January 2010. Means I always keep this quality of date in my mind. And if you don't mind, I wanted to understand one thing special, because I know your story. You born really, really poor. But what was in your mind when you decide to fight to become a successful person?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rao. Yes, I was born poor, that is true. And like Bill Gates say, born poor is not your mistake, die poor is your problem. Yes,
Yeah.
actually, I learned in the process because when I was small, even I want to travel around the world. But after working so many years, my dream will never come true at that moment. And I'm so lucky I joined into the network marketing industry in 1992. I really want to know how to make our dream come true, how to change our life, become a better person in terms of financial and also quality of life and the rest of the aspect of life. Since that day, I really learned from a lot of people and from the books, from the CD, and from the cassette at that time using cassette. You still remember the cassette? Yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
naturally.
yeah, from seminar and so on. From that, okay, actually everyone can make his or her dream come true if he or she really want to make it come true. Of course, step by step to go there. This is possible. Then and I gone through the process.
Yeah, I know it's not just luck, but I know you work very hard, but you are extremely smart, and it's why we can enjoy the result today, and millions of people in the world try to be like you. You are a very great example. But anyway, I wanted to ask you another question. I know it's not easy, because when you say I read book, I join MLM, everybody can go directly and start to read book and join MLM. But can it possible to have the same result? What was the point inside your process?
Yeah, it is true. It is true. Not everybody achieve what they want. Of course, there is some reason behind. Dream is not enough. Work hard is not enough. Work hard, work smart, and also you have the right vehicle. The good news in our business, network marketing, and our support system FLG, that vehicle excellent to make our dream come true faster because duplication, the power of duplication. Why not everybody can achieve the dream? One of the reasons I call it invisible burden in my book. I don't say delete because we cannot delete the file in our subconscious mind. Yes? What we can do is
Yes.
only send to the recycle bin. What I understand, for example, even Dr. Rao, you one of the example. I know your background is doctor. You have 4 pharmacies, if I'm not mistaken, in Cameroon, and you earn quite a lot of money, but all the money you also spend. Then you went to boot camp. After the boot camp, you release all the burden I believe that kind of negative issue, whatever the burden, invisible burden you put into the recycle bin, like computer, then I see your financial life and move on, better, better, better until today. You are really fantastic today. Yeah, now your business go around the world, especially in Africa, so many countries. And this is one of the example, Dr. Rao. But not everybody will. You know, aside of the invisible burdens, of course, there's another thing that sometimes they cannot control the mind. You know, the circumstances sometimes affect them. People say cannot, they believe they cannot, and so on. If they control the mind, people, if people say cannot, if we believe we can, we can. Yeah.
Perfect. But actually, I want to also ask you a simple question because you just say now that in our MLM business, one of the big capital is dream.
True.
But especially on your case, what was your dream, and what is the dream, and how you take the dream until make it achieve?
Actually, my dream at the beginning in network marketing is so simple at the beginning. As I say, when in my childhood, I want to travel around the world. You know, because the teacher inspired me when the teacher share about geography in the lesson of geography. Then we learn about where is Africa, where is USA, where is Europe, and all the beautiful places. Then I think when I grow up, I want to go this destination, go around the world, like Great Wall in China, like Liberty Statue in New York, and Eiffel Tower in Paris, and so on. Pizza, you still remember the pizza, the in Roma, the building, like something
Yeah.
like that. And I think, okay, I want to travel to see the wonder of the world also. And that is my first simple dream. And I have another goal also in the beginning in my network marketing, because I do part time. I still working in the office. My income like something like this. I talk to myself. If my network marketing income is above my salary, I will do it full time. And of course, it's not directly achieve my dream. Work extra mile. This what I did after office hour. I continue doing my personal business, and tomorrow early in the morning, I go to the office and go back home. I direct go out again to do prospecting, invite people. I did home meeting, one-on-one. And the process at the beginning is not easy. But since I have the drive, because working in the office after 11 years was so boring working in the office, because I'm kind of person of freedom. I want to be free.
Mm.
And I really focus. I very focused. Even people say impossible, I never listen, because what I did, I listen cassette, I attend training, I read book. This is I keep on focusing my dream. I focus, really focus. And thanks God, my income in network marketing is more than my salary full time. The first country I went, Singapore, from this business.
Wow.
And from that Singapore starting, now God bless me. I think I don't remember how many countries today around the globe, like in Europe, how many times I forgot, and even Africa, how many times I forgot already. Your country, one of the most I visit in Africa is your country, Cameroon.
Really amazing when we can listen about you, especially me. And then now I wanted to know what is the meaning of work hard.
Okay, this is what I believe, Dr. Rao. Actually, for those don't understand what we are doing, of course, the way they see we work look like it's very hard. On the other hand, if we enjoy what we are doing, we don't feel that we work hard. But
Mm.
yeah, we don't feel we work hard, but other people can see we work very hard. For example, in this business, even my family, my friends also a lot say, why you work so hard? Why you work so hard? You travel from one country to one country, one city to other city, one continent to other continent. The way they look at us, we work so hard, but they don't realize actually we also enjoy. So this is the
Amazing.
point. This is the main point, Dr. Rao. The point is, if we believe our dream and we have the very strong willpower, if we know our destiny, when you know your legacy, what you are doing, I tell you, you will never feel tired. And even people can see we work so hard. And when you come enjoy the process, So no, because
Mm,
no the other way, if you want to achieve something, it's not a shortcut, easy to achieve something. You must extremely focus. So the way we change our mind, we just go out from our comfort zone, go to that kind of zone that at the beginning maybe we don't like it. The only way we just do it. And the way we do it, we know how to manage our mind to enjoy every moment until we feel that there is not something called work hard anymore, until we enjoy. Okay,
mm.
this is the strategy until we enjoy what we are doing. Once you enjoy, you don't feel anything. You I know you know what I mean also. Like you
Yeah.
schedule also fly from one city to another city, one country to another country, one continent to other continent. But the people beside you maybe guess, why Dr. Rao, why you work so hard? You need money, you have no money, the money is not enough. So the way they see us, maybe we chasing for money. For you, I understand you are not chasing for the money. Of course, money is still very good. But beyond the money, something maybe just call, maybe we call legacy or vision.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true? Yeah.
Perfect. But actually, for the business people, I know we must invest a lot of things. According to you, what has a successful person? What is the meaning of investment in business area?
I think all business, you need the investment. And the good news in network marketing, the investment at the beginning, you don't need a lot of capital. The biggest capital at the beginning is dream. Yes, the dream is our
Yes.
capital. Because in network marketing, you just have small capital you can start. The most important thing, do you believe what you are doing? Do you believe that your dream can come true? The point is investment important. It's not only invest in money. Of course, in this our business, when you starting to earn money, don't spend all the money to buy other thing first. This is what I learned. I invest back my money, the money I earn, I invest in book. I bought a lot of books, and also I invest a lot of seminar, training, and at that moment I invest a lot of cassette. This is all investment. The biggest investment in network marketing is to invest your time in learning. Learning is the key. Learning meaning leadership, people skill, all the aspect in life, all the skill, because our business is people business.
Actually, we want to know about your advice to the one who are really ready to conquer the world. Of course, we have a social media, we have internet, but sometimes we need our physical bodies in some part of the world to move on the market, to move on the business, especially in the business area, especially in the MLM business. We want to know what is your advice to the people who are ready to conquer maybe another country or another continent.
Like just now we were talking about investment, a set of books, training, and CD, cassette, and so on. Traveling is one of the investment too. That's why when you earn money, don't spend all the money. Use your money to invest back in this business. Like we fly to Africa, it's not cheap. You fly to Asia, it's not cheap. Like we fly to USA, it's not cheap for us. So that is an investment too. So especially when you have the international direction, if you want to build global business, I agree with you. Maybe we can build also using social media. Yes, but our business is human business, people business. We still need the physical meeting. This is what I believe. A little bit different if we are meeting, for example, now we also have the meeting online using Zoom, for example. But it's totally different when I can see you directly physically in Cameroon, yeah, in Douala or somewhere in the world, or you see me directly in Jakarta or somewhere in the world. The momentum and the feeling is totally different using digital and physical.
Perfect. Now I want to go in the business mindset. According to you, how the businessmen think.
This is according to me. The business mindset, people can see something that other people cannot see. The moment then we can see something people don't see, that's called opportunity. For example, when we fly to Africa, some people say, why you must go to Africa? Africa, you can go to other country. We can go to maybe Europe, maybe you can go to USA, maybe you can go to Australia. But because we have the business mindset, if people cannot see, there is opportunity. And we see first. This is one of the mindset is very important. Do anything. I believe the company like Amazon.com and Alibaba.com, even iPhone, the big company, they can see something that people cannot see. They have a different mindset. This is what I believe.
Actually, I want to important things in the life of MLM, the support system. Of course, me especially, I even write in my book about the support system and really express my gratitude to you because support system and really enjoy it since 10 years. And then today we want to know really why you decide to fund FFG, because the FFG, you are the founder. And today, this worldwide support system can bring a lot of things in the life of people. But before go deeply inside, we want to know why you decide to fund Freedom FedNet Global.
First of all, I want to say congratulations for you that you will launch your book very soon. That one, appreciate and congratulations for you. And network marketing, why we need support system? Because if you don't have support system, it's very hard for you to duplicate the concept, the strategy, the step by step. Like us, we have mentoring program, 3x21 and so on, and the rest of the CD and the concept of training, we have wealthy sell, wealthy show, and so on, and so many terms that we are using now. Actually, that is the concept of duplication. If we have the system, people just duplicate the system. People cannot duplicate people. I cannot duplicate Dr. Rao. Dr. Rao cannot duplicate me. But Dr. Rao can duplicate the system that I have done. So people can follow easily the system step by step, etap par etap. So another reason also why I think support system is very important, because I believe network marketing is a very, very good business. So hopefully the young generation or the next generation can learn from the support system so they know how to do in the correct way, step by step to achieve the dream. That is the reason why we build the support system. We call it FFG. Yeah, now go to the global. Yeah.
I wanted to know also today in your feeling. What is your feeling to be the one who built a very powerful support system, a very powerful system who can bring a lot of life around the world, 5 continents?
Feeling gratitude, of course, and the feeling that not easy to express when especially I fly to so many countries today. Example, every time I fly to Africa, to Cameroon, and Togo, Benin, Senegal, Ivory
Gabon,
Coast, Gabon, and
Burkina
Burkina
Faso,
Faso,
Uganda.
Congo, and so many countries that I went to, I feel so good. So the kind of feeling when they accept us as a friends, not only friends, sometimes I can feel like a family. That kind of feeling, maybe if I do other business, I cannot feel that kind of feeling. That feeling is fantastic. And meet different people, from the poor people until the rich people, different education background. That kind of feeling is really fantastic, Dr. Rao. Especially when I can see people grow. You one of the example, okay? You grow from here financially from to here. And not only financially, I can see in many area in life, you also grow so fantastically. I also grow. We both grow together. This is the beautiful part, that and we work together as a team. That feeling cannot buy by money. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And thank you very
Mm-hmm.
much to give me this opportunity to have you in front of me. Like guest, I wanted to know. I know you already achieved a lot of Guinness record, a lot of recognition, and so on. I know the achievement is a start of new dream. But for you, I know you're a dreamer, and even I know the next dream. When we finish, you will create another dream because your dream will never stop. But actually, where you want to bring us for the next step with FLG?
Because I know through FFG, we are not only earning money. Of course, we earn a beautiful passive income when your business is very, very strong. You are earning passive income, so beautiful passive income. Income is not the only answer for a lot of people, because once you already achieve financially free, of course you want to do something big. Something big is about legacy. You can have a legacy, Dr. Rao. I can have a legacy. Everybody can leave your mark in this world. Because I went from nobody, I was so poor, poor in many areas. Leadership was poor, people's skill was poor, and a lot of aspect of life, I was so poor. Then through this business and bring me to better life today, this all the process I want to pay back. The best way to pay back is using this platform, FLG platform, to duplicate to the people around the world. So this is the way I pay back, either with me or without me in one day. The system must go on. This is what I believe. Donald Founder today is not in the world anymore, but the system still go on. Yes? I believe the same thing in our FFG. This legacy we must go on. The next year can continue this legacy for the people, to raise up people around the world. Then we sit down to talk how to delegate the system. Maybe we form a committee. So one day, with or without me, still go on. This is my vision also. I want this support system FFG in the next generation, maybe our kids, even our grandkids, they can enjoy this support system non-stop until the next generation, and even bigger and bigger and bigger. So at the end of the day, touching a lot of people's life, that is my mission.
Pak Ongki, I know you achieve a lot of things, and I wanted to know what is the best achievement for you?
For me, the achievement, according to me, when I see somebody on the stage, when they share their life story in this business. I still remember one day in one country, you were in on the stage and you cry, cannot stop. I know you, when you cry cannot stop at that moment, not because of you are very sad. I know you have the feeling that you have done something for a lot of people. Sometimes you will sacrifice for yourself. You pay attention to build so many countries. You care more to your group than your personal life. And I can feel it when you share on the stage, then you cry, cannot stop. And I know there's the happy tears at the same time. You can release all this kind of thing. You feel good. And the moment when I watch that show, when you're sharing your life experience, your achievement, and so on, then I think, wow, Onggi, and what you have done so far, at least you have the impact for other people. For me, that is achievement. Not only you, all my leaders, from different countries, when they share their life experience, I tell the truth, I always cry, Dr. Rao. I cry. It doesn't mean that that's sad, but I cry because my happy tears. I can see how they grow. I can see how happy they are. I can see they can touch so many people's life also in their business. For me, that is achievement. I can see this it's a duplication, multiplication of leadership. That's why, like you say, how FFG in the future. I believe FFG leaders will continue this legacy to the rest of the generation.
Yes. And believe in me, uh, you have achieved a lot around the world. And actually, I can say by myself that I'm very proud to know you. I'm very lucky to be inside a team. And also, I want to thank God to give me this opportunity to see you. Pa Onki, about love, because I know you are very attached about this world. This world is love. In the business area, a lot of people are really successful, but if you go deeply inside what they are doing, they almost nowhere they think about others. But you always think about people until sometimes I can see you don't think about you. I know really the meaning is love. For you, what is the love in the area of business? Because people just think about interest, they don't think about people. But especially in MLM and Freedom Fairnet Global, you as a founder, what is the meaning of love? What is the place of love in business?
I really thanks God for knowing this industry, network marketing. For me, network marketing is my fantastic personal growth and in many area of life, especially in spiritual. What you are talking now is about more to the spiritual part because a lot of business not involve spiritual inside. Our business actually why our spiritual part also grow because our business is people. People is the complete set because people we have soul, we have spirit, we have physical body. Okay, we have our mental mind and so on. So people is a complete set. If business like physical product, misal only talking about business, just say if I sell something, I sell this product for example. This product they don't have any soul inside, and the most important thing, you buy from me cheap, you sell expensive, you earn money. That finish. But in network marketing, it's not about selling, it's about build asset. The asset is human. Because the asset is human, that's why we must learn about human mindset, leadership, so many things, including spiritual part. About spiritual part, according to me, the best part is about heart. If you use your heart to connect people, even you don't understand their culture, you know nothing about them, when you come with your heart and the heart connect, and people can feel it, Dr. Rao. No matter what.
Yes.
For example, you come to Indonesia, okay? Just say you don't understand any local language here. Maybe you cannot speak their language, but you come with your heart, and even they don't know you, you don't know them. You come with the heart will connect. When you connect the heart, love can build the bridge. Meaning,
Yes.
If you fly from Africa, fly to just say Pacific, you can build a business in Pacific easily if you use your heart. You can go to America Latin. I believe if you have a network, you go there, you build one day, you can be another big empire of the business in that country. The basic is using heart. For example, I give a simple example. This is so real. You know, the first time when we flew to Africa with Mama Eileen in Cameroon,
You arrived in Cameroon 8 August 2010.
wow, you are very good in memory, very melancholy. She didn't speak English. Then I pushed her to share. She said, because he called me Q. Q means uncle. He said, uncle, how can I speak to them? I cannot speak English. I cannot speak other language, French, for example. And I say, no problem. You just talk from your heart. Just talk from your heart. If they don't understand, it's not your problem. It's their problem. Then you know what happened that day? She pushed herself to speak in English, but you can connect the heart with Eileen. Am I correct? Is that correct?
Correct.
That is the
Perfect.
key. That is the key, Dr. Rao. Our business is not about selling. I mean it. Our business is about build people. So when we build people, people can feel, and I come to Dr. Rao, I only use my logic. I want to earn money from you. I want to earn money from you. And you can feel it. Once you feel it, you not connect with me. Okay? Maybe you connect with me only business, finish. So if connect only business, we cannot build the future, because in network marketing, it's not for 1 year, 2 years, like we are together or more than 10 years. I believe we will continue to another 10 years, another 20 years, another 30 years, and so on until maybe to pass to our next generation. So meaning, if you want to long-term relationship in network marketing, you must use your mind, your head, and the heart. If you only use the head, you cannot link the heart. You cannot link the network forever. Okay? If you only use your heart, you don't use your mind, maybe you also become crazy people. You know what I mean? So,
Perfect.
so you must combine heart and mind. Money cannot buy. Money cannot buy relationship. Money cannot connect the heart and heart. Only love. Is that true?
Yes. Perfect. Amazing always to listen you. 10 years I listen you, and I never tired to listen you because you have a lot of wisdom. It was my pleasure to discuss with you this morning, and I want to say thank you to God to give me this chance to live this quality of opportunity. By the way, I want to say thank you very much on the name of African people so far, and I hope that we will see each other very soon after the end of Corona. May God bless you. Thank you very much for everything.
Thank you, Dr. Rao. I also learned a lot during the last 10 years with you personally, and also you and your group in Africa. You all lovely people. You all amazing people. So send my love and care to all the people in Africa, especially, and the rest of your team to other continents too. So let's grow together, learn together, and contribute together.
Achieve
Love
together.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
achieve together.
contribute together.
Yeah, thank you, Papa Rao.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
May God bless you.
God bless you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is the key. This is your secret, your key to build up your own capability, your quality as a person, as a leader.
Actually, this business changed me. As I say, I thank God to this industry. I did wrong before. I try to compare. That is why I don't have the self-confidence. I don't use totally my heart. I was only use my head.